Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a 2,000 point game that I had with my Orks against my brother's Imperial Guard. So here's my brother's army. He's fairly new with it, but he just got in a bunch of new stuff, so we're going to try a larger game. From here, what you can see he has the two Hydras. He has his one flyer there with the last cannons, and inside is a squad with a bunch of flamers. He has a command group in the back with a bunch of Meltas, another one with a bunch of plasma, another one with some more Meltas. He has three Leman Russes in the front, two of them in a squadron on the right. Behind them are the two Hellhounds. And then on the right side he has three more Chimeras with infantry squads in them, and they just have the grenade launcher and autocannon. And then here's a picture of the whole board that shows my army too. So what I have here is I have 2 units of 30 Shooter Boys with 3 big shooters and a knob with a claw, 2 units of 30 Slugger Boys with 2 rockets and a knob with a claw. I have 9 Killer Cans, most with rockets, but 3 have the big shooters. And then I also have 2 Death Dreads that have the 2 extra combat arms. And then I have 2 big mechs. Each of them have a power claw, and the one of them also has a grot rigger. So we tried something different for this mission. The way that this one's going to work is that it starts off with no mission. We don't know what's going on, but at the end of turn 3, we're going to roll on this table we have, and we're going to have 3 missions that we have to do. If you get 0, it's a major loss, 1 minor loss, 2 minor win, and 3 of them it's a major win. So it's really just go at it and then see what happens. And when I'm looking at this matchup, I'm really not sure what to take from it. I mean, the 2 armies against each other, I know I have a bunch of claws so that once I get to him I can tear him apart, but he has a lot of flamers in there and my guys can die really fast. Plus my brother is really good at concentrating on one side, which means that only a part of my force will be hitting him at one time. So we'll have to see what happens. So my first turn, it's fairly simple. Just move up and run up. The problem is that my runs got worse and worse. So my unit on the left got a 4, but then it just got worse from there, where I just got 1s on the right. And one of the very stupid things I realized that I did is that I put my mechs at the back so that my Death Dreads are having to hold back in order to be staying in range. So that was just a really stupid error from me. But at least my shooter from my Ludas, I got 15 Ludas there. They shot at his ship there and broke off 2 of the last cannons. So that's going to help keep my Dreadnoughts alive. So my brother's turn, here comes the pain. This one Chimera rushes up and dumps off these flamers. And after his turn, this is what it looks like. And it is just devastating. Between all the flamers, all the blasts from the Leman Russes, and of course he has those Hellhounds too. I mean, my left squad is down to just a dozen guys. My other squad was brought down to 10. I failed my leadership, of course, and fell back. Destroyed one of my killer cans. Destroyed a couple of Ludas. And it's now already this left side is just in dire straits, and I'm basically gonna have to rush them from corner to corner now with the rest of my force. So really bad way to start, and really seeing the power of the Imperial Guard firepower here. Alright, so on my turn 2, things just keep on moving up. That one unit rallies, which is great, and this is where I declare my WA. So on the left, that one small unit goes up and explodes the one Leman Russ, so there's one gone. My killer cans jumped the flamer unit, and I really should have assaulted the Chimera with my Dreadnought on the left, but I tried running up instead. I just got a 1, of course. But luckily, this one unit here in the center rolled a 6 for running up, was able to get to that one Hellhound and destroy the main weapon, whereas the Ludas immobilized the other one. So at least that should be cutting back on some of the fire coming back against me. So my brother's turn. These are melted guys in the ship. They jump out, blast the one Dreadnought, so it's dead. And then he concentrates on the main unit that was in the center. He actually did still get a bunch of flaming against me, and it was just devastating. The entire unit was completely wiped out, except for the mech, who then fled. So, I mean, he's gone now because he can't rally. So this is what it looks like after the fact. The unit at the top was totally destroyed. My killer cans are still locked in with his guys, so that's a real pain because now they can't do anything. And again, it's just more and more losses all the time, looking really bad. So my turn 3, the one big mech keeps running back. I'm just running up with everything, trying to run the gauntlet. And finally now I beat those guys in combat with my killer cans, but that means he can now shoot them up. So Yeah, let's see what happens on his turn 3. Now here's one thing he does kind of, because he sees that he's kicking my butt big time. Uh, these guys here, they come over, they go to Melta, destroy one killer can, but then they decide to charge two because they're vets and they have crack grenades. He fails to do anything, and then I beat him and he gets away, but that was just kind of my brother having some fun. Otherwise, you can see that left squad completely wiped out. I lost another killer can there. I lost a whole bunch of that shooter boy squad, but luckily all of his shooting against the other Death Dread at the top there didn't come to anything. So hopefully now I can start doing some damage back. And I'll say now, so now we roll to see what our objectives were. So for mine, I had to keep one of my HQ alive, so that's a fail. I had to wipe out all of his heavy support, and I had to wipe out all of his fast attack. So that's going to be very tough. And then for his part, he had to kill one of my HQ, so ding, he has that. He has to keep one of my units out of his deployment zone, scoring unit, so I just got to keep up that one shooter boy unit and then I'll be fine. And then his other one was harder, where he had to get one of his scoring units over into terrain on my side. So looking pretty bad for me, but we'll see how it goes. And then you can see on my turn 4, I had a big comeback. I go up, I destroy one of the Lehman Russes, I destroy his one airship there, I go up and I destroy Hellhound, my guys run up and they destroy Chimera, just really damaging stuff. My shooting goes and destroys another Chimera that had the melta guns in the back, so a bunch of damage, and I got these now dreadnoughts all over his line, so maybe I can pull something off here. My brother's turn 4, though, he quickly nips that in the butt. The dreadnought on the left, the killer cannon on the left is now immobilized. The one in the center there has lost its combat arm, and my squad on the right, you can see, was decimated, and now they're running. So he basically already has 2, so it'll be a minor win for him. I can't get much, so it's really going to be whether I can wipe out his heavy support and fast. And I mean, there's the one Hellhound, but it's now zipping off to the right side. So my turn 5, my killer cans go and destroy the last Lehman Russ, meaning his only heavy support is the Hydras, but they're pretty far away. And then my Death Dread goes to attack the Hellhound, but unfortunately I need 6s, and when I did get the one penetrating hit, all I got was it can't shoot, so that's it. And I should have actually shot my Ludas at it, but instead I shot at the Chimera to my left, and so it can't shoot this turn, but yeah, maybe a blunder on my side there, who knows. So my brother's turn 5, he destroys a one killer can on the left, and he really just tried to put a lot into going after that one Death Dread at the top, but just wasn't able to get much of anything. I mean, you can see those Melta gunners came over and they had the order to be re-rolling the hit, and still didn't get anything on me other than destroying one arm. So that's it. And then otherwise, you can see he has one unit in the Chimera there that's rushing for my side for his last objective. My turn 6, the Death Dread destroys a squad on its way over to try and hunt down the Hellhound, and my killer cans, unit of 3, is trying to get to the Hydras, but I just rolled like crap for my difficult terrain and run, so now that's just not going to happen at all. My brother's turn, the Chimera gets immobilized. It tripped on a goblin there, so much for that objective for him. But then he zips over his Hellhound to this far corner and hides it, so much for that. I can't get to that either now. And then with the rest of the shooting, he destroys 2 of the killer cans, or 3 of them up there, and then he also kills off all my Ludas. So when we rolled for a turn 7, that was it, and the game was over. So looking at the objectives, I didn't meet any of mine. My brother made 2 out of 3, so it's a minor win for him and a major loss for me. Really, it was just a crushing game for my Orks. I mean, those flamers and shots from the Lehman Russes just demolished my army, ripping it apart, And of course, it didn't help that I had some failed leadership, but even then, that just would have saved a couple of guys to be blasted later. So, kind of ouch, but one thing we do like is this way of finding out these random missions was kind of neat. So I think we're going to try it out in the future. So anyway, hope you like it, and we'll see what I come up with next. Okay, bye.